that championship. So what will this afternoon bring? Both teams on 7 points from 5 games, with Inter top and the champions Milan second. Diego Maradona and Roberto Cicella at the toss-up. Well, when you consider that 5 of this Juventus side are in their first season with the club, there's a new coach too, Dino Zoff. It has been a very encouraging start for them. The new foreigners, Rui Barros from Portugal and Alexander Zavarov from the Soviet Union, have fitted in very quickly and brought the best out of the rather reprieved Michael Laudrup. The Napoli coach, Ottavio Bianchi, has selected this side. A blow for him. Alamao, their Brazilian midfield player, contracting hepatitis recently. He'll be out for quite a while. But on the plus side, Andrea Carnevali has hit a rich vein of goals, 5 in his last 3 games. It makes him the top scorer in the Italian First Division. Napoli to kick off. Referee Tullio Lanese gets the game underway. Napoli beaten once away to Lecce. Juventus unbeaten in league games. But they have developed a habit of conceding goals recently. They let in 3 at Bologna, but they won 4-3, 3 in the UEFA Cup away to Athletic Bilbao, although they were safely through from a thumping first leg win. Zavarov. And it was a testing early cross that came off the head of Francini. Early test here for Napoli. Rui Barros, who'd taken the corner. Small of frame, but big on skill and technique. And already he's looked the part in Italy. It's a foul by Altobelli. Rather a surprise signing when he was brought here after a distinguished career with Inter. In goal for Napoli, Giuliano Giuliani. Francini to the sweeper, Alessandro Renica. The harassing there by Carnevali. What a good time he's having at the moment. Maradona and Rui Barros. 2 tiny men, but tough in the tackle. And Maradona is fouled by Cicella. And inspects the damage. He's had plenty of practice doing that. And look at the number of players lured towards Maradona. There wasn't much contact. Renica close to the ball. Maradona ponders and takes the free kick himself. And Carnevali came in! His run goes on. What a streak of goal-scoring success. We've had 3 minutes. And Andrea Carnevali knocks in his 6th goal of the season. They've come in the last 3 games plus these 3 minutes. Juventus rock back on their heels. And you just feel that their defending again looks a little suspect. Carnevale allowed to make the run across, leaving defenders, and Taccone not really given much chance. Laudrup, who's been in very good form after that terrible time last season when he couldn't get a goal to save his life, or to save his career, it seemed, with Juventus. Here's Marocchi, the number 7. Signed from Bologna. And Laudrup forces the corner. Well, already this match living up to expectations. Well claimed by Giuliani. Maradona alive to the quick throw. Sent tumbling again, this time by D'Agostini. And when Maradona is winning free kicks, it usually means Napoli are playing well. Fernando de Napoli to Maradona. The quick into play with Careca. Certain sections of the Italian press have been a little hard on Careca for a lack of contribution in support of Maradona and company. That's this season. He did very well last season until collectively Napoli fell away over their last 5 games, the decline that started here on this very pitch. Well, if that's a bad memory, they seem determined to wipe it out quickly. Careca. Zavarov. Altobelli wanted a little too long, but it broke away off Ferrara for Juventus to keep going until the referee again wanted to play an advantage, and it rather fooled Luigi D'Agostini, who was the player in possession. Laudrup was fouled, but clearly Juventus did still have the ball, and the crowd didn't quite understand that. Marocchi, the shot is on, but it's not a particularly good one. Well, Dino Zoff, who collected the World Cup for Italy as their captain in 1982. Good ball. Napoli towards Maradona. Tricella, the sweepers, had to come across, and he was late on parade. And Juventus looking very shaky at the back. That's going to be a yellow card for Tricella. Oh, he was a good yard behind Maradona. So the caution completed. And how will Juventus deal with this Napoli free kick? Not too well. Carnevale launching himself again. Rio a little closer to him this time. Rui Barros. Sent tumbling by Francini. Tricella taking the free kick quickly. Zavarov responding to that. Maradona having to do the tackling this time. And suddenly, Napoli look anxious. A goal to the good. Rolled in towards Altobelli by Zavarov, but Napoli rather saw that coming. Careca. trying to smuggle a route forward for himself. Rui Barros. Laudrup with Corradini getting the tackle in, who's taken on the number 5 shirt from Alamao. Juventus looking to hit back here. Gallia, who was signed from Verona. Morocchi from Bologna. So it's his first season in the first division. It's been a very promising one so far. Well, the free kick can't be taken from there. For all the shrugging and shaking of Careca's head. "28 years old now, and really at his peak, one would think. Played for the Italian League last weekend against Poland, with the first division programme postponed because of Italy's friendly international against Holland. Maradona and Careca linking up for the Italian representative side in a 2-2 draw. Rui Barros. And again. He almost bounces, the little man, when he goes down. And he's finding treatment being dished out. I don't think Maradona was actually sympathising with him. He might in an off-the-field moment, but he's in opposition here, and the boot was high by Kripa. Renica stooping in against Savarov. He didn't win it cleanly, and Napoli glad to see the ball back with Giuliani. Careca's back header. Gallia getting into some difficulties, having to concede the throw. You can sense that Napoli believe that their best policy here is to keep on attacking. There's Kripa driving on. Francini. Savarov finding a useful pass for Juventus. Swept on by De Agostini. In Napoli and Maradona, no time to settle. Savarov. Well, it's a feature of the way Juventus play that De Agostini does join in a lot from the left-back position, as he tried to do then. Careca. That was neatly done. On from Fusi. For Careca to chase, and he got the better of Favreau. Brio off the line. Back to Careca again. Goal! An extraordinary one. 2-0 to Napoli. Careca started it on the halfway line and raced away to the return pass from Fusi and left Favreau, who was, I think, distracted by the goalkeeper, who didn't have any need to come, and was still stranded when Brio's clearance went back to Careca. That's 2-0. Tacconi, who can be a little impulsive, and to my mind was then, and Brio was a bit unlucky. He scooped it away, but straight back into danger. And Careca, with great presence of mind, calmly chested it down and threaded in the left-footed shot. "15 minutes to go to half-time. It's turning into a fearful first half for Juventus from the defensive viewpoint. They're glad that the flag is up against Kripa there. Well, the team coached by a great goalkeeper, Dino Zoff, will have to get back to basics in their defensive work. Rui Barros. Critics of the tight Italian game, or the stereotype belief of the tight Italian game, will not believe a match like this, full of possibilities. Plenty of them for Juventus in attack as well. That was Rui Barros. Well, Rui Barros was offside, was waiting for it to come down. Linesman absolutely right. Brio in particular is having a harrowing first half, trying to stay close to Careca again. Corradini wanted handball, it wasn't forthcoming. Juventus, like a pack of zebras coming forward, they've got to gamble now, and that might leave more gaps at the back. Napoli, with Napoli offside, haven't always this season looked a real fighting force in attack, but they did get those 8 goals in that amazing game against Pescara, 8-2. Only 3 goals in their other 4 league games. But they're 2-0 up here, and Juventus are struggling. Zavarov trying to make space for Laudrup to have the shots, and it wasn't an easy one for Giuliani to haul in. Marocchi. Napoli retreating. Somebody had to come out and make a challenge. In the end, it was Ferrara who wants to counter-attack himself. This is Maradona, of course. Ferrara's still up there. Here he is. And it's reached Careca! Would you believe it? He's got his second. Napoli have 3. And a classic counter-attack. Ferrara broke it up deep in the other half and then squeezed the pass out quite beautifully for Careca to slam past Taccone. That was a little ball with the outside of the foot, one to be proud of, even though he was damaged by the tackle. And Careca free, Napoli freewheeling. Well, those critics have been answered in the best possible way by the Brazilian striker. Juventus 0, Napoli 3. And this surpasses that 3-1 win 2 years ago that really showed the credentials that Napoli had. It's half-time. Carnevali started it off for Napoli, then Careca took over. Juventus with real problems. They're trailing 3-0 at half-time. Juventus start the second half with a substitute on, Pasquale Bruno, brought on by Dino Zoff in place of the labouring Sergio Brio. De Agostini's throw. Altobelli. The clearance from De Napoli, not a particularly good one. Bruno. Favaro. Marocchi. Laudrup couldn't control it with his usual good first touch. Zavarov keeping the ball. Juventus needing more spectacular progress at the moment if they're going to stop Napoli cruising to the 2 points. Well, there was a good case for handball there that Tullio Lanese saw from very close quarters and wasn't impressed by. Gallia, all the way through the centre. Renica saw to that. Carreca. Bruno given the job of trying to quell the threat of Carreca in the second half. Rather like closing the stable door when the horse is bolted. What Juventus really need is a little bit of indecision in their attacking play. But with spirits dampened, it's difficult for them in the early minutes of the second half to play with a real passion, but they've got to do that. Zavarov. Renica. Here's Kripa. Napoli not showing any signs of complacency. Carreca, Kripa, that's behind Maradona. And De Agostini can try and light a spark for Juventus with Zavarov's help. It's a foul by Kripa. Gallia. De Agostini. Oh, and Gallia! Suddenly a gap opened up and he's taken the chance to bring Juventus back into it. Still a long way to go. But that's injected some optimism into the crowd and certainly into the players. Napoli just a little lax as Zavarov was able to squeeze the pass beyond Renica and Gallia had made the run from midfield. Laudrup. The mood has changed with a significant alteration in the scoreline. Marocchi. And Kripa could be in trouble here. It was a pretty calculated trip on Rui Barros. Perhaps a little unnecessary. De Napoli might well have got the ball fairly. Kripa signed from Torino, so he's no stranger to this stadium. Juventus have only played 2 previous home games in the league this season. Both draws, 2-2 with Cesena, 0-0 with Milan. Would be something if they could make it 3-3 here. What they have in their favour is 2 5-goal hauls in their home UEFA Cup ties. De Agostini. Zavarov! 3-2. What a second half it's been so far for Juventus. De Agostini clipped it in and Zavarov running to the near post area, just stretched out, hoping to turn it on. He could hardly have expected it to be so perfectly placed. Right inside the post there. Joy for Juventus. Azeglio Piccini watching from the stands, the Italian team manager. And what a game to set before him, and indeed before the former US Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger, who's a guest of the Juventus club. He certainly picks his fixtures. There he is on the right of the picture with the glasses. Scarcely able to believe what he's seeing through them. Juventus striving and straining to get back to 3-3 from being 3 goals down at half-time. De Agostini not away yet. Carnevale having to get back to help out. Trippa. It was a pretty theatrical fall, and the referee not impressed. Franchini, now Maradona. Carnevale. That's a pretty useful run. Carreca hoping to snap up the loose ball, and the run was stopped. The crowd are reacting because Carnevale impeded one of the Juventus defenders, and suddenly Juventus are caught having to turn again. De Napoli, Carreca, another twist to the plot, and it's a hat-trick. And Juventus have been stopped in their tracks. A stunned reaction around the stadium. Tacconi only decided to come when it was too late, and once Carreca reached it, any sureness in the touch, and it was going to be a goal, and it was very sure indeed. We're running out of room on our scoreboard. Napoli's cushion restored to 2 goals, but for how long? So the ploy of bringing on Bruno hasn't stopped Carreca. Although, to be fair, I think Juventus would like to have another look at the action leading up to that. Dino Zoff might feel that that foul by Carnevale off the ball had some significance. It wasn't spotted. Altobelli comes off for fresh legs. Renato Busso, young legs too, only 18. Well, the clearance was acrobatic from Ferrara. Gallia, Tricella, Zavarov coming deeper now. Laudrup, Renico went across, and a penalty for a double challenge really on Michael Laudrup. Definitely worth another look. Laudrup got the ball, there wasn't much contact on him, it seemed, but Tullio Lanese has given Juventus a penalty, There are 12 minutes left. This for 4-3. The responsibility with Luigi De Agostini. He scores! His nerve held after that little delay. And it was a very good penalty indeed. A lot of pressure on him, right into the corner. You have to pinch yourself, really, to make sure that this is happening. It's been a wonderful advert for the Italian First Division. Not, in truth, the sort of game that the two coaches would appreciate. There have been too many mistakes for that. But superb entertainment. And you still can't be sure that Napoli, who've led from the 3rd minute, are going to win it. Dino Zoff can only watch and wonder and hope and pray. Away by Renica. Not decisively, though. Marocchi. And Renica gets it further this time. Well, that was unlucky. You could see what was going through Favreau's mind. If he could get the ball down, keep it in, and get it back before Napoli had reorganised, that little panicky moment might have developed at the other end of the field. It's not a bad time to make a substitution, just to break things up a little bit, and it's Maradona, who has been limping, who's coming off to be replaced by Antonio Carinante. But when he goes, does some of the inspiration. We must wait and see. Napoli certainly need resolve. It seemed for much of this game that the points would be there quite comfortably. And every time they just started to relax on a good lead, it's been whittled away. Carinante takes the free kick. Up goes Carnevale. Jumping with Favreau, but jumping unfairly. Good harassing by Careca to hold up Zavarov. Fusi. Just happy to run it forward. It's not his throw, though. Bruno. Tricella has gone forward. And Juventus handicapped because Busso was down on the ground. Giuliani happy to get it away from the goal he's defending. Careca. Free kick against Bruno. All helping Napoli's cause, using up a little more time. Okay, Napoli looking anxious to take the free kick, but you can bet until the referee tells him. Well, he did whip it into the corner where Carnevale suddenly, from looking as though it was just going to be using up time, and he's got a penalty. I suppose it had about as much merit as the one at the other end. These things do have a way of evening themselves out. Cicella, possibly obstruction. And Maradona, of course, is off the field. He would have taken the penalty. It's Renica who takes on the responsibility. If he scores, it must settle it. He does, 5-3. And they know how much that means. And it's hard to believe, but if you count the UEFA Cup tie in Spain against Bilbao, Tacconi has now been beaten 11 times in 3 games. And that surely must end the gallantry of Juventus in the second half. Oh, but maybe not, because Renica's in the mood to keep the pulses racing for Napoli. Bruno's header. It's a game that will live long in the memory. And it's a game that Napoli seem at last certain to win. 3 goals up at half-time. Pull back to 3-2, and then 4-3, and here's Carinante trying to set up an attack for a 6th. This is exceptional in terms of the way the scoring has gone, but there is no doubt about it that there is greater attacking verve in the Italian First Division these days. The goal tally is rising all the time, and when you have such quality players on the field as we've seen here, it's not surprising. It's all over, sadly. You didn't want it to end, but Napoli, with Carreca's hat-trick standing out in their 5 goals, have won 5-3, although Juventus got 3 back in the second half. A wonderful game. Juventus 3, Napoli 5. We start our roundup with Cesena's search for their first win of the season against Roma, and the former Roma forward Agostini, the number 9, was determined to make an impact against his old club. Roma under some pressure, Tancredi saving from Chiti's header. The Cesena number 10, Domini, was also with Roma last season, his approach play making life difficult for his old colleagues. Cesena had lost their 3 previous games. Little danger here at Naylor's shot, though. Into the second half, top-class control by Giannini. The Roma captain, Rudi Völler, the West German, also involved, but the move spoilt by Naylor's miss-hit cross. A raking free kick by Domini, Tancredi doing very well to hang on. The next chance came to Roma, but Völler could only guide his header straight at Rossi. But after 64 minutes, Roma did score. More good work by Giannini, and Naylor this time connecting very cleanly. Cesena showed plenty of character, having gone behind. Josic, the Yugoslav, launching himself into the header. He might have equalised. And 3 minutes from the end, Agostini did just that, though Tancredi led the Roma appeals for offside. The goal counted, it finished 1-1, but Cesena still without a win. Nicola Berti's current form has earned him full international recognition. His 1-2 with Serena, a promising moment for Inter. The Brazilian Milton, Como's number 10, had another fine game, putting Junta away, but the shot bouncing wide. Milton then tried his own luck from long range, tipped aside by Zenga. But 4 minutes before half-time, Mattioli's long cross, splendidly guided down by Serena for Ramon Diaz to round off a very direct attack. Salvatore Giunta matched that for Como on the hour. They're level thanks to a high-quality shot. Inter needing to win to be sure of staying on top. Serena couldn't do the trick this time. But 7 minutes from the end, a fierce drive by Bianchi, too much for Paradisi. Serena on the spot for his 5th goal of the season. Another win. 5 draws had left them without a win, but also unbeaten. And a goal up here against Verona after just 45 seconds. Antonio Rizzolo recovering from his surprise at the chance to accept it. Verona hit back and hit the bar through Bortolazzi. Like Lazio, Verona in mid-table, but making the running here. Another opening coming up, but Pioli off target. Then Martina, Lazio's goalkeeper, reacting sharply to turn aside from Volpecina. But Martina was stuck on his line when Canigia was allowed to head in Bortolazzi's free kick from very close range. Rizzolo is only 19. He's away again here for Lazio, but not punishing Verona this time. He did look offside. But 7 minutes into the second half, from Pin's cross, there was the teenager again to put Lazio back in front. 2 for Lazio, 2 for Antonio Rizzolo. Sclozo kept Lazio on the attack in the next minute. But with Bortolazzi's long-range shooting very conspicuous, Verona were feeling hard done by. Over the 90 minutes, they had 10 corners to Lazio's 1. Verona really committed to attack. And Ruben Sosa allowed to break away 11 minutes from time. Sosa could have scored himself. He would have got a penalty, but Pin kept running, and he got his reward. 3-1, Lazio's first win back in the First Division. Ascoli, with only 1 point from 5 games, badly needed some success from their trip to Lecce. Paolo Giovanelli announcing their intentions with a free kick that was cleared with difficulty. For Lecce, Marco Baroni with this header. Remember, he scored the famous goal in October, which beat Napoli. He couldn't do the same this time. Ascoli took the lead with 16 minutes gone, coming up a foul by Benedetti on Benetti, and Bruno Giordano, late of Napoli, bent the free kick past Teraneo. His first goal in his second game for Ascoli, but that lasted only 20 minutes because of injury. Referee Nicchi speaking also to the Lecce coach Mazzone, who'd spent 12 years in charge of Ascoli. No wonder he was emotional, particularly at the defending of Lecce. Moriero wide for Lecce, who did draw level when Vince's attempted cross led to handball by Fontolan. The Argentinian Pasculi scored the penalty, his 4th goal of the season. 1-1, 4 minutes into the second half. The omen's not good for Ascoli, but they snatched the lead again 9 minutes later. Benetti rounding off the move, Ascoli ahead again. And good enough this time to hold on. In fact, Giovanelli hit the post. It could have been 3-1. Nobile gave Pazzagli an awkward moment at the other end, but Ascoli ruined the day of Carletto Mazzoni. His Lecce, Ascoli's first victims of the season. Milan took on Atalanta in the San Siro, again without Ruud Gullit. And without luck here, Angelo Colombo thrashing his shot against the bar. But it was all Milan at this stage. Marco van Basten denied by a fine save from Peron. Van Basten again too powerful for Atalanta. But with the goal beckoning, Milan still unable to crown this spell of pressure with a goal. Atalanta did serve warning here. Bonacina looking to home in on an excellent cross by Pasciullo. But it was a rare break from the prevailing pattern. Peron in action again to keep at bay Carlo Ancelotti. From Tassotti's high cross, Peron in trouble this time, but again Van Basten couldn't capitalise on the chance. 0-0 until 15 minutes from time. And then Franco Baresi's own goal increased the impression that it wasn't going to be Milan's day. Frank Rijkaard clearly didn't share that feeling. His first goal in the Italian First Division, certainly one to remember, 1-1. But now it's injury time, and Walter Bonacina silencing the Milan support. An amazing win for Atalanta.